The program just blew me away. I've lost almost 125 pounds.
Reach your optimal health with Dr. Cesar Lara's compassionate, medically supervised program, tailored to meet your unique weight loss goals.
Visualize, believe, and be the best you. Call me today.
Men who say they survived years of abuse at the now-closed Dozier Reform School in Marianna. Our Chris Trankman joins us in studio with what those men had to say. Chris?
Well, Andrew, the stories are just terrifying. Imagine being a young child away from home, being tortured, abused, with the threat of being killed. That's what these men say they endured more than a half-century ago.
My name is Richard Hunt.
Some of these men have held their silence for 60 years about what happened to them at the now closed facility. Calling themselves the Black Boys of Dozier Reform School, many recalled the horrors of how they were treated.
When children are beat, raped, abused, and worked like slaves.
Johnny Lee Gaddy was 11 years old at the Dozier School in 1957 when he remembers being beaten in the dormitory.
He said, "Boy, you don't get back on that bed, I'll kill you right now."
Gaddy says kids had no choice but to take the abuse or just disappear.
And he had a belt that had holes in it. And every time he would hit me with that belt, it would suck the skin from my behind.
State records list the grave sites of 31 kids who died at the school over the last century, but USF archaeologists found 50 more unmarked graves using ground-penetrating radar.
This school destroyed the lives of many boys, black and white. I am back today seeking justice and closure.
The group is calling for an end to the delays in getting access to those graves so the families can claim the remains of their relatives.
Today, we call on you, Rick Scott, your cabinet in the state of Florida, to give the necessary permits to exhume the bones from the graves of Dozier Reform School.
And so far, attempts to get the state of Florida to allow those bodies to be exhumed have failed. But on Tuesday, the governor and the cabinet will decide if that will finally